Alright, this is our first garden update for the farm garden.
That's right. You're renting this space at the farm where you take horse lessons. Horsies are over there and there. So this is like amazing. Please tell us. Tell everyone what's going on.
So for the corn, there are a lot of beans in here, and that is because we planted beans with corn 4 days ago. And the beans are already like 3 inches tall, which is crazy.
Yeah, so that's like an old Native American thing to do, right? Is to grow beans next to corn,
Yep.
and then what happens?
They climb onto the corn.
Yeah. Now, did we plant the beans the same time as the corn?
No, we planted them about 2-3 weeks later than the corn.
Yeah, you want the corn to have some height. It needs a head start.
Yeah, so when we planted the corn, it was 4 weeks ago now. And we have most of the corn. One leaf has already died off, so we're just gonna add 1 to everything. So V1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Most of these corn plants are actually V6.
V6.
However,
that's the stage.
If you wanted to count, you might say like, oh, that's a V12 plant because I can see 12 leaves.
Uh-huh.
But you want to look at the leaf collars, which is this segment right here. That's a leaf collar.
Okay.
So, as you can see, we have some suckers coming out of the corn. And that's actually perfectly normal for corn if it's just a little bit farther apart than it could have been.
Where are the corn suckers? Can you show me?
The corn suckers come out like this.
Oh, those are corn suckers. So tomato suckers you want to take off, but corn suckers are actually good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what usually happens with some of this corn, like over here,
Mm-hmm.
there's a V1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and most of the corn is actually at V6.
Okay. Very cool. So we
And
saw
we have one that is at V8, and I can't find it.
Okay. So we have purple, it's dragon tongue beans, and then what kind of corn?
We have honey and cream corn.
Honey and cream corn. Now what's behind you? 'Cause I know you could talk about corn all day. Maybe we could make a video someday all about corn. What's this here?
We have watermelon.
Sugar baby watermelon. That's very cool. It's doing really well.
And we
What's on the other side of you?
A pumpkin that was eaten by something, and then it came back.
Yeah, some of these leaves here, I mean, this is a big, huge leaf. That was one of the first ones. Some sort of pest was on there earlier, like 2 weekends in a row now. We've had to take all these little orange eggs off the bottom of the leaves and destroy them. But it seems like, yeah, the new growth is doing well, so I think it's going to be okay. We actually brought new pumpkin seeds today because we thought maybe we'd have to start over.
Weird with the corn because there are some corn plants that are kind of smaller in that row.
Yeah, they are smaller over there for some reason. Over here, they're much bigger. It's interesting.
Here's a hot pepper that has as you can see, this hot pepper actually produces a lot more side shoots because you can see this is the main stem.
Mm-hmm.
And we have like 10 side shoots coming off, but that's not it. Off of these side shoots, we have more side shoots, and they're just forming really, really tiny leaves.
They have little buds.
They're like tens and tens of buds.
Yeah, this is the red hot pepper. So we grew that, of course, under the grow lights, and then outside on the balcony for a little bit, and then we brought it here to the farm, and it's doing really well. What's here?
We have bell pepper.
Yeah, this one is the purple beauty. I'm almost positive. We had some markers, and I used Sharpie on them, but they all washed off somehow. I'm pretty sure that's purple beauty. And I didn't notice all the buds.
And now we have this thing.
Oh no.
As you can see, we clearly had a little too much nitrogen in the soil because there are like 20 side shoots.
And also, we had an issue with fungus gnats before we brought the peppers here. And got rid of all the soil possible
Well,
around
there's
the
something
roots.
coming out that looks I think it's a grasshopper.
It does look like a grasshopper. I don't know if I can find it.
It's right
It's
there.
blending in. There it is. Yep, it is a grasshopper. And the other ones seem to have bounced back, but this one did not seem to bounce back from the fungus gnats. I had sprayed neem before we brought him to the farm, and that poor thing, we're keeping it here, but you know, don't think it's gonna go do anything.
What we have here is catnip.
Catnip!
Ridiculous. Well,
It was root bound, so that was growing in the greenhouse. Some of the herbs we have outside on the balcony, and some are in the greenhouse. And what was this one doing?
it was growing onto the second shelf.
Yeah, we already removed one shelf, and that was moving up to the next one. So, and we don't have room on the balcony, right?
Yeah.
There is just like no more room out there. So let's bring it here. And there are a bunch of farm cats here, so they might be really happy with that.
We're gonna jump in.
Yeah, we already have catnip growing on the balcony. They don't need to out there. Jubilee agrees. That's right, Jubilee.
So what we have here is some tomatoes.
Ooh, these are the hillbillies, right?
Yep.
Flowers. Yay.
These are right around 4 feet.
Yeah, that one's really tall. This one not as tall.
This one's like 2.5 to 3.
Yeah, that one has flowers too. And what did you have to do? I was doing some weeding, and you were doing what with the tomatoes?
Trimming all these suckers off.
Oh, there were so many suckers. In fact, Tyler is being funny and planting. He planted some of the suckers. This is how big some of the sucker branches were. Tyler buried them and tricked me. He's gonna see what they do. Oh, there's another one. What is over here?
Radishes.
Radishes. Oh, I didn't get all the weeds, did I? It's hard to get them all. There was just a ton of weeds. I weeded for 2 hours last week, and I weeded for what, another 2 today?
An hour and a quarter.
Well, I did it pretty much the whole time you were in your horse lesson, and then...
Yeah, but it wasn't a straight hour and a quarter.
Okay. So, what have you done with the radishes already this week?
I've harvested 4 of them.
Yeah, they were delicious. I made it, put them in a salad. It was really good. They're purple radishes. Purple plum radishes. This rosemary bush is not ours. We had to agree to keep this here. This belongs to the owner of this whole place. It smells really good.
It would be hard to get it out.
It would be. It's very established and it's beautiful. It smells really good. Is there anything else to show here?
No.
Okay, I'll just walk around and look at the corn a little more, and then we'll probably attach the balcony garden video to this one, put them both in. Some more beans in there. They're all over the place. So nice work. This has taken a lot of work, right, Tyler?
Yeah.
Back in what? March?
Yeah.
We did what? Come back for a second.
We basically just put a whole bunch of horse manure in here.
Yeah, we just covered it all with horse manure, fertilize it, and it breaks down over a couple months.
And then it makes the corn go crazy fast.
Yeah, and then we had a ton of weeding to do. And then we put the seeds in. And we keep weeding.
As you can see, no tassels yet, but that's great.
No, you don't want corn tassels yet. That would be bad. So, awesome. All right, well, we will attach the balcony container garden video after this.
Yep. Alright, so this is our first garden update for the balcony garden. So here's the geranium kiss tomato. So this is one geranium kiss tomato. It's supposed to grow to about a foot shorter than it is right now.
Yeah.
It is about 4.5, almost 5 feet tall. So these are a bunch of tomatoes that it's producing.
Yay. They get to grape size. And then look at all the flowers. So we need more tomatoes.
So right here,
Do you want to show the other geranium cuts? Want to do both at the same time?
yep,
Okay. And here's the other one, not as tall. Where are the tomatoes? Hiding in there. There they are.
as you can see, there are some tomatoes in there.
Oh yeah.
And they're pretty big. They're bigger than those tomatoes for sure. So here we have the peppers. This is a hot pepper that is like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, it's big. So many side shoots and buds everywhere.
And also the thing that's happening is that you see there are side shoots, but then there are side shoots coming off of those side shoots.
We've got a lot of side shoots there. And there's another one. Where's the other one? Oh, right here.
So we have that one that was grabbing on the tomato. It's almost 4 feet tall. So this one, well, it's not 4 feet because it's on that. It's probably like 3.
Yeah, it's up.
So
Get enough light.
this right here, oh, that's a sucker. I've got to take that off.
Oh, right. It was right in there.
So what we have here are the white cherry tomatoes. That one is around 8.5 feet tall. That one is like 8'4".
Oh my gosh. It's huge. It might have, did it snap up there? It might have topped it off up there.
Yeah. Although it's probably not too bad because it's already 8 feet tall and we have a taller one.
Yeah, and there's a sucker that you let grow right here. So what happens if you let a sucker grow in a tomato plant?
It'll grow into a whole different plant.
So you see here's the sucker and it's all the way, it's actually up there too. So yeah, it's totally fine. And last year we had quite a lot to do with it. The tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes being all over the place and trying to go way, way up past our balcony. So this morning I took an old lamp that was flickering, and I think it was the wires. And I was just storing it for some stupid reason. So I took the pole off of it, and then I strung some string. It's gonna make it easier to train the tomatoes to go to the side.
And also what's
Instead
gonna
of up.
happen is that tomatoes last year were like 15 feet tall. They were over there from there.
Oh yeah, they were all the way across. It
They were
was
getting
just,
pretty close to losing control of them entirely.
they were what, 14 feet tall?
15.3 at the max.
15. That was insane. So those are doing well, and there are tomatoes. The very first tomatoes on that right there. What else do we have?
What we have right here is boards that needed to be harvested a little while ago.
Yeah, so this is my thing, and I've just been super busy. I had a surgery, which is an excision on my leg. I really couldn't do much for 2 weeks until just this last Friday, and I didn't realize this. And I looked it up, and you're supposed to harvest it when it's young before it gets these little bristles on it. So I'll be snipping all those leaves off.
What we have here is catnip.
Nippy nip. There's the other catnip. We saw the one catnip at the farm. That's the second one. What else is up here? Let's do the rest of the herbs while we're here.
Sage.
Sage. Just brought that in from under the grow light. It was getting too big, just like the catnip we brought to the farm. And next to it is another sage that's always, well, it's been outside since it's been allowed to be outside. What are these?
These are bee balm.
Oh.
No.
See, this is my stuff here. It's okay. This is my stuff that I've been doing.
Edit that part out so that I'm not saved.
It's okay, Tyler. So this is bee balm here, which I think is overcrowded, honestly. This is another one that I did, and this shouldn't be there. It's starting to get buds. I don't know. I'm doing better this year than usual.
And then we have hyssop.
Oh, yep. Hyssop. I don't think that's how you say it, though. This also seems a little maybe overcrowded. It's also another one of mine. And this, I've been trying to grow flowers for how many years, Tyler?
8.
So we finally did it. This is just like a regular old flower mix. And yesterday, found that there were flowers. And so I'm super excited that I actually finally grew flowers from seed.
And what we have?
And this is lemon balm. Here, we have more lemon balm under the greenhouse.
Broccoli. That was planted last year.
Yep, that was broccoli from last fall. I can't believe that it's still here with the summer heat and craziness. It's not going to produce broccoli, but
as you can see, the root is coming up.
yeah. We're just kind of seeing how long it lasts, how big it can get, what it's going to do. It's kind of an experiment at this point.
Yep.
What else do we have?
We have spinach.
New Zealand spinach! Yay. This, it trails, right? It doesn't go
Yep.
up. It trails, so it's gonna go like all over the place, which is totally cool.
Bell peppers and purple beauty peppers.
Yeah, those are over here. See, the sun is just starting to come around this morning to hit all our plants.
Actually, not morning. It's like 1 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's definitely not morning to me because I've been awake for almost 7 hours.
That's true. That's true. So the more the summer comes on, the earlier it comes over to our plants. But for the rest of the day, these will have sunlight. Let's see. What did we forget about? Your mystery plant.
Yep. So what we're letting the mystery plant do is grow suckers because it is a tomato. We just don't know what type of tomato.
It sure does seem like one because it does get suckers. Show us an example of a sucker, Tyler. Oh,
This
one.
right here.
Yeah, there's one. It
When you
grows
let
in the
them
V.
They'll literally just become a whole other plant that's like, they can grow 10 foot tall.
But we don't really think this is going to do much because we didn't realize it was a tomato plant. And so it stayed out in the cold. It grew in what? We were growing sage.
Yeah.
And then we had this strange thing.
And then what happened was we thought that it was a radish.
Yep.
But what happened was when we knew that it wasn't a radish was when we took it out of its Dixie cup and the roots were like a half foot.
Yeah, a half foot. So we were just kind of seeing what that's going to do. That was not sage. The seeds got mixed up somehow at MI Gardner. Yep. That's always interesting. We'll see if anything happens
a
with
final
that.
thing that we have.
What's that?
Cat grass.
Oh no, I took it all out of the soil.
Oh.
Yeah. Some cat grass seeds got in. This is our big bale of soil. And even though it was covered up, what did it do?
Cat grass needs a lot of coverage. It will sprout and root for a foot.
Yeah, it grew still. So I think we got it all. So between the farm and here, this is what we have going on.
Yep.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
We have like 20 flowers on that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have just between all the different tomato plants here and at the farm, I'm gonna have to have a lot of tomato recipes this summer.
Yeah,
which is okay with me.
And we're already getting close to harvesting some of the tomatoes, probably in a week or two.
Yeah, it's very cool. All right, so we'll update again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you know how things are going. So far, it's beautiful. It's a wonderful place to relax on a nice summer day. Bye-bye. So I just realized that we forgot to talk about the cherry ember tomatoes. Heather and I had just been talking about them before the video started. So this is one of them. It just about snapped right here when I was putting it on the pole. I do have to say that this variety, this is a brand new variety, it's to be crack resistant tomatoes, but the stems are very fragile and weak. Tyler and I are not exactly happy about that. They're just thin, and you just have to be super duper careful with them because of it. And this one I accidentally, I put it on the pole and I moved it over here and it did snap. So we'll have to let a sucker grow on this. So it'll just be a whole nother plant, but we'll have to let one grow, probably that one there. Otherwise this is topped off. So probably not a variety that we would get again. We have both agreed, but hopefully we'll get some good tomatoes off of it.